How's it going, folks? And welcome back to Atalanta today. Champions League semi-final. The pressure's ramping up. We're taking on Real Madrid. I don't know if we're ready to play at this kind of level, but based off the last Champions League matches, maybe we're ready. Let's see how we get on today, shall we? Yes, folks, welcome back. I hope you're doing amazing. Today is episode number 25 of Atalanta. I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope you appreciate the fact that this episode has come out sooner than the last episode came out before the others. I am still trying to get a balance of all the content. You know, we're at the tail end of Football Manager. I feel like I'm enjoying streaming F1 Manager a lot. And this has taken a back burner, but I want to try and get a bit more of a routine starting now. And well, as I've already said, today we're taking on Real Madrid. There has been nothing happened since the last game that we played against Inter. One thing that I forgot to mention last time, though, was our youth intake. We didn't have the most sexy group of players. They weren't the best group of players ever. Our best player, Krasini, an interesting player, 15 years old, centre-back, either-footed, 19 determination, 7 jumping reach. For a centre-back, that's really not that ideal. I had a bit of an umming and ahhing about what to do with him. At least for now, I'm training him to play as a wide centre-back while simultaneously training his strength to try and make it so he can jump and be a bit stronger on the ball. His heading leaves a little bit to be desired. But my thinking here is, let's see if we can make him into a wide centre-back. If that doesn't work out, I mean, he's 15. It's not going to be too difficult, I don't think, to repurpose him into a player who can maybe play on the right or left-hand side in our kind of, wide midfielder system, especially because he is either-footed. That option to, use him for both sides is certainly there. He could be a very useful squad player in the distant future. As for now, though, we've got the small matter of Real Madrid in the Champions League. You can see here, of course, that other semi-final is Man City versus Liverpool. We do have a couple of games between the Real Madrid fixtures. Those two games against Genoa and Udinese, both away from home, both matches where I plan to play a B team. I want us to remain fully rested for this. I feel like at this point, the Champions League is my full focus. I think once you reach the semi-final, everything else just goes out the window a little bit. So just looking at our team for this game, it's a good team, it's a strong team. It's the team that managed to beat Inter last time and also beat Bayern Munich. No injuries to speak of, no issues. Just remembered, we're only allowed 7 players on the bench. But I think my preset 11 here solves everything. Indeed it does. So yeah, we're ready to go into this. Options on the bench, options on the pitch itself. Real Madrid away though, not easy. Vinicius Jr., by the way, their key player. This man is very, very scary in Football Manager. Hopefully we can keep him quiet. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Looking at their team, they've got Inaki Williams, I think, playing out on the right-hand side. In fact, no, it's Nico Williams. Is Nico Williams Inaki Williams' brother? It is his brother. There's some random knowledge for you. Some of you didn't know that Inaki Williams had a brother. Elsewhere in their team, they've still got Toni Kroos in their team, which, I mean, fair play. He's very, very good. Their defence is solid. Of course, they've still got Walker at right-back. We've already played them recently. We know what they're capable of. Which makes me more worried about the fact that we have to try and beat them here. Just as a little refresher, because I appreciate it was a while ago. When we played Real Madrid in the group stage, we beat them 4-1 at home. Away, we did lose 2-1 though. So we're going to try and right the wrongs of history and come away with at least a draw in this first match. There is a kickoff highlight immediately. Should I be excited? Should I be worried? We have the ball. I want to believe it could result in something good. Badiashile, Pessina. This is okay. Look at this. Renato Sanchez, Raspadori, DeMarco. It's really nice. Renato Sanchez, he's hit the post. He hit the post last episode. He's hit it again here right away. I mean, we do still have a corner, so let's remain positive. Ball whipped in Soleil. Forces a save out of Courtois. That's a pretty good start as far as I'm concerned. Let's hope it can continue a little bit here as we've got maybe another opportunity. Badiashile, Raspadori, ball switched towards Luca who can't quite get there. Luca has been a little quiet recently. I don't want to throw him under the bus. I don't want to start complaining too loudly. But Benjamin Sesko is starting to creep into the contention, I think, for a start at some point. Vinicius Jr., by the way, has just skipped past Soleil. Not something we want to see during this game. He's in possession again. He's running inside. It's a good save by Marco to turn it around the post. There's been less than 4 minutes played here. Both teams probably should have scored. And while we still have a corner of our own to deal with. Clearly some construction work going on in the middle. Doesn't look great, the construction work. Doesn't look like it passed health and safety standards, if we're being honest, at least in Italy. Maybe Spain's different. What would I know about Spanish construction standards? The answer is nothing. Halfway through this first half, still 0-0. I mean, as I said, if we can get a draw here, that would be very, very solid. But I feel like Real Madrid are going to create stuff and we're going to have to deal with it. Well, they very nearly scored from a corner. Valverde's header hit the crossbar and went over there. Kyle Walker tries to play into the middle. Romero reads it like a book. And it wasn't a difficult book to read. It was like the Hungry Caterpillar. Anyway, can we make something happen of our own here? Marco in possession to Romero. Soleil. You know, we're in the cocoon stage here of the Hungry Caterpillar. They wrote the first chapter. We're going to write the last ones. We're about to blossom. Cocoons don't blossom. What do cocoons do? We're going to break into a butterfly. I think that's how the book ends. I've not read it in a while. Badiashile, Richie, where's the butterfly? Show me something beautiful at the end. Pacina, Badiashile, DeMarco. This is lovely. This is really nice. Buca, Renato Sanchez, Raspadori's through. He should have scored it. Where's the butterfly when you need it? I'm not sure how niche The Hungry Caterpillar is as a book. I just remember as a little kid, it was my favourite book growing up. It's like basically a picture book. Is it? I think it's kind of global. Do you know what The Hungry Caterpillar is? Question of the day. Let me know in the comments. It's very important, this to me. I need to know. As for our team, 0-0 at the Bernabeu. I'm not going to tell them I'm not happy. I'm going to tell them I'm pleased with the performance so far. Except you, Luca. You're on a 6.5. Sesko, on you come. I've made the sub, and I don't know now if this is a pointless highlight or if something's about to happen. So we'll just wait in eager anticipation. Badiashile's got it. He's just vibing away. Pacina now in possession. Let's inflate our possession a little bit by just playing it round the back. Raspadori tries to pick out Luca. Sesko would have got there. Get him on the pitch. End this highlight. Put me out my misery. I mean, if they go up at the other end and score now, it's going to be a bit awkward. Walker, Valverde, Echo Williams, Cruz, not enjoying this. Vinicius Jr., he's scary. He's quick. He's fast. He could cut inside. He could just float it. He does. It goes just wide of the post. Our played. You know what kind of game this is? This is a Zakarian kind of game. We're going to take off Pacina, move Renato Sanchez to box, and get in our little Armenian prince. The man who's going to bail us out of a problem like he does on the regular. 2 subs made, so we've got 1 left in our back pocket I think we will hold on to. I mean, so far, we've done a pretty good job of limiting Real Madrid's chances. Only 4 shots on target. We've had a decent chunk of possession as well. Could be maybe a little bit more defending needed here, though, as Cruz and Koeman are working the ball with Alaba. Down this near side, Koeman crosses in. Benzema squeezes it in at the near post for Real Madrid. And with that, they take the lead. 12 minutes left here. We've looked very, very good, but as soon as I started bigging up our chances of maybe getting the draw, inevitably, they score. The 2 Frenchmen linking up in the end. It was Koeman playing it to his compadre or his ami. I guess it would be if it's French. It doesn't use the phrase compadre. He's played it across. Benzema scored it. He was on a 6.2 before he scored that. In fact, he scored and he's still on a 6.2. We've shut him down a lot here, but to be honest, our performance has left a lot to be desired. Moose is having a bit of a Western super of a game. Let's make some changes. Ravella and Ricci swap. Zakarian move to the right-hand side. Go as a winger on attack. And you know what? We're going to try and focus the play down the right-hand side now, but be more direct. Let's try and use our winger that we've now got and our newly found centre mid on attack and just try and make something happen here. Maybe Zakarian going into that wider area can work a miracle for us. Maybe it'll just leave us more exposed to Koeman. I mean, the tactical change hasn't happened yet. So if they score again now, I'm just going to be very, very upset. If only I'd made all my decisions half a second sooner, we wouldn't be in this mess. That's nearly a foul for Benzema. It was nearly a goal for Benzema. The keeper saved it. Real Madrid probably should have got a second there. Just a couple of minutes left on the clock. 1-0 would not be a terrible result by any means. Of course, no away goals to worry about because they don't exist anymore in Europe. And with that, it finishes 1-0. I feel like we were almost hard done by to lose it, but it could have been a few more had Madrid been a little more clinical. So with that in mind, I'm going to tell the players I'm kind of happy about that performance. That wasn't the worst result in the world. Of course, we've got now, what, a week, 2 weeks to recollect ourselves mentally and go again. Well, that is when I'm going to join you guys in just a moment. We actually have the Genoa and Udinese games back-to-back on the same weekend. I didn't realise the schedule was like that. Those are going to be 2 games for the B team. I'm going to join you guys on the 8th. Second leg. Need to turn things around. We are definitely capable of that, though. So last episode, I left and came back between the games that we were playing, and I drew every game. Good news, we actually won some games this time. That's right, Genoa 3-1, a good result. And then 2 days later, the exact same team that had just played 2 days before won 7-0. Now, did the sending off have a factor to play? Maybe, although it was 5-0 at half-time. Sesko got a hat-trick, Zach Hyen got a hat-trick. They will have to argue over who gets the match ball. But with this performance here, Sesko has convinced me he is going to start against Real Madrid. And while looking at that team to play Real Madrid, Luka down on the bench, Sesko to start alongside Raspadori. Sesko's form has just been a bit too good to ignore, I feel like. He has games where he's really shown up. By comparison, Luka's done nothing in a little while. I mean, when you look at this form, it just makes me feel sad to look at. So with that in mind, I've decided to drop him. Elsewhere, though, the team is pretty much full strength. Moose has not been in the best of form. I have just sat and criticised it. Hopefully, he's going to show up as a result. And of course, we are taking on a Real Madrid team who are currently second in La Liga with 3 games left. A very good team. And a team that, I mean, if we just look at their players, they've got some quite good players, haven't they? So a turnaround required here, but I feel like we've got the players capable of doing it. We're at home. I mean, if there's a place to do it, this is the place. Real Madrid with that singular goal lead. You can see just looking at their team, they are going with that same 4-3-3. In fact, it looks like an unchanged team since they played us previously. I feel like on our day, we can outplay them. I feel like we weren't that bad against them in the first leg. So more of the same, home field advantage, hoping that's going to make the difference as well. We're on the attack early on. An early goal would be just lovely. It's what we managed when we had the comeback against Inter. Richie with the ball. Gives it to Renato Sanchez. Wide to Musa. Had a word with him about his form. Can he deliver? I mean, he did deliver. Raspadori's effort, though. I think he was actually tackled or blocked away there. Just couldn't quite make it happen. But good early promising signs for us. Hopefully the first of many chances we will look to create in this game, as there could be another here. Raspadori's through. Sesko's in the middle. DeMarco has it. Gets tackled. Walker flies in. I thought for a second a foul might be given. It falls to Benjamin Sesko, who puts it in the back of the net. VAR's going to check it. Get it out my face. That's a goal. That is going to count. I'm certain of it. It's going to make it 1-1 and less than 10 minutes into our home game. The thing that we needed to happen. That goal to give us a bit of momentum. To hopefully set us on our way. And that big decision to get Sesko in has proved pivotal. Williams gave away the ball. Pessina read it, gave it to Sesko. It was more difficult for him to miss than score. Good news for us, he found the back of the net. And well, there were questions of the offside. You can see it there. That is Eder Militao playing him onside. Good little finish. That's what we wanted to see. And well, another highlight I kind of want to see, I guess. As long as we don't give the ball away playing out from the back, I'll happily see these highlights all game long. Ball launched to Sesko, who wins it in the air. Of course, Sesko, similar kind of player to Luka in many ways. And well, we're going to look for him to win a header, and he's just headed it in. Goal number 28 of the season for Benjamin Sesko. Why didn't I drop him for Luka sooner? I mean, he's coming off the bench and had an impact in a few games. It's not like I've been ignoring him. But that's a nice goal, isn't it, really? 2 goals inside 11 minutes. Musa, been in some bad form, had a little chat with him, floats it in. It wasn't the kindest of balls. Sesko did very well to guide it goalwards. Great header, 2-0. Oh, what a start. I say what a start, and then immediately another highlight begins. It's now Badiashile, DeMarco, Raspadori. We're running rampant at the moment. Ball floated in. No one there to capitalise, but only headed away as far as Soleil. Now with Pessina, who's already turned provider once. Richie, Renato Sanchez can't pick out Musa. Ball played forward. Romero, Soleil, Sanchez. DeMarco can't quite get there now. Now Williams looking to bring it out by them. On this near side. Defending needing to be done. Floated all the way over to Vinicius Jr., who keeps it alive for Real Madrid. Cruz is in the middle. Oh my word, it's a lovely goal. I don't know if it bounced off Soleil there or if he faked a shot to commit Soleil to the tackle. It looked quite good in 3D. Not really what I wanted to see in 3D. There's been 3 goals scored inside the first 15 minutes here. Toni Kroos. He might not be able to run anymore, but, I mean, here, he's turned his man. Soleil's committed, and he's slotted into the bottom corner. Badiashile, DeMarco, Richie. Can we make something happen? A lot of our action and a lot of our play coming down this left-hand side right now. Raspadori tries to make something happen, but Eder Militao shuts it down with a tackle. Real Madrid now looking to play out of our press, and we've not been able to win it there. And Vinicius Jr. finds himself with green grass to run into. He plays it in. Badiashile heads it away. Only as far as Kyle Walker. And more defending might need to be done here. Of course, it's now 2-2 on aggregate. No away goals. Junior's through again. He's hit it over. I'll tell you what, if that's Inaki Williams instead of Neko Williams, I think we'd probably concede there. That was lucky. Half-time in this game, 2-2. 2 early goals for ourselves set us on our way. Since then, we've not created quite as much. Of course, Real Madrid also limited in their opportunities. You can see here how even this game has been. Much like the first leg, not a lot to separate the two teams at half-time. I'm going to tell the players this time I'm far from pleased. Last match against Real Madrid, I was quite kind on them. I was generous. I'm getting shouty today at the break. Hopefully that's going to rally the troops and inspire them. I'm just looking at it thinking, do I need to make any changes? We might look to make one in a second. As DeMarco hits it and it goes over. Musa has picked up a little bit of a knock, so we're going to make a change. I'm going to move Zakharyan into the team. I'm actually going to play him down the middle and Renato Sanchez at right mid here. Zakharyan, I think, is just the better option. Pacina's on a booking, which does scare me. Raspadori's not had a good game either. But I think I'm going to keep him on the pitch for now, just because in Raspadori's case, he's the kind of player who just has a bad game and you leave him on and he'll take the chance that comes his way and suddenly he'll come alive. I need him to do that here. But yes, Zakharyan, my favourite. A very good impact sub to have. Entering the field of play, hopefully he can turn it round. 20 minutes left. A couple of players on bookings for us. Pacina and Renato Sanchez. A little bit scary to have them on bookings, but I think we just have to keep them on the pitch and hope that they can be disciplined. So the ball is going to be put into the wide area. Toni Kroos, Rodriguez, Valverde. They're knocking it around nicely. Kingsley Coman has entered the field of play. He's on the far side, running to the byline. Players queuing up in the middle. And Romero has not cleared that, has he? He's kicked that straight to Benzema. I put a lot of faith in Romero this year. He's been very good for us for the most part this year. That defending there, shocking. Coman finds himself with all this space in the wide area. Dribbles from the byline. Whips it in. Romero, I mean, what's he doing? He just kicks it straight to Benzema, who now makes it 3-2 to Real Madrid. With that, I'm going to make changes. Sanchez on a booking has struggled in this game. I'm going to bring in Ravella, move Richie into the centre mid on attack role. Elsewhere, Raspadori, I've been patient. You're coming off. I'm going to keep Luca, however, as an advance forward rather than as a target man. As, oh my word, I thought for a second DeMarco was going to get us back into it with a free kick, but just over the bar. Coming up to 10 minutes left here, I was getting ready to start to throw the kitchen sink, but the kitchen sink can remain in place for now because I think we're going to have some defending to do. We were going to have some defending to do. And then Pacina's got sent off. I took off the wrong player on a yellow card. That's not good. You might be wondering at this moment, Jack, what's the game plan? My initial thought is to do something like this, but actually I think I need to be a bit more radical with my changes. Give me a moment. I need to have a think. So in terms of plans, this is it. I don't have a right back, so we're going to play Christian Romero at right back. He can awkwardly play there, apparently. He's going to just play as, I think, a full back on defend rather than wing back on defend. We're actually going to look, I think, to just try and play down the left-hand side. So I'm going to have both centre mids, who are centre mids on attack, playing on the left. You can see here, focus the play down the left. We need to get it forward a bit more quickly. I'm telling the keeper to lump it forward. I mean, Benjamin Sesko and Luca should win a lot in the air between them. So I still feel like we can maybe make something happen. But of course, we need a goal. We're down a man. There's 12 minutes left and it's against Real Madrid. At this point, we've just got to go for the jugular and hope it works. Is this going to work? I'm not convinced. Let's find out together. Free kick for us. I mean, if there's a time to score a free kick, this wouldn't be a bad one. It's in the back of the net. Is that going to count? DeMarco's put it in. Badiashile has ended up finishing it. At the second time of asking, I think that's going to make it 3-2. It is going to make it 3-2. Oh, what do I do now? I mean, we've instantly scored, which is great. I'm in a bit of a dilemma. What do you do? Right, I'm going to move DeMarco back. I'm going to move the centre mids across. It's still not particularly pretty. I think the game plan has to be the same. In all honesty, I'd rather try and win the game in the next 8 minutes than it go in extra 30, because I think in extra time, down a man, you just get run into the ground so much more. I mean, there's another chance here. DeMarco. Romero hits it into the side netting. Yeah, we're taking a conservative approach, but we are still going to just try and throw men forward. We've scored a set piece. Now they've got one. Ball's played into the middle. It's flown over the crossbar. I think we've been let off the hook. 5 minutes of added time. Is there any late drama? Could there be a late goal? We have a highlight. Sesko, Zakharyan, Sesko. Gives it to Ravella, who floats in. Richie heads it. It's in the back of the net. Oh my God. Is that it? No way. It's 4-2. Down a man, needing 1 goal. I decided just to go for it and try and win it in the last 10. And it's Richie, of all men, who scored a header. He's scored 2 goals so far this season. They've come at 2 pretty big moments in our season. Courtois didn't get there. That is absolutely shocking. Now we pause. In fact, I have to pause now. There is 3 minutes left. Just everyone defend. Everyone, at this point, no one needs to go forward. We don't have to do anything silly. We can play cautiously. We'll still lump it out because we don't want the ball near our goal. But just time waste, lower the tempo. Goalkeeper, where are we? Slow the pace down. Just lump it away. Oh my word. If we hold on now, it's going to be amazing. We've done it. We've actually done it. Blow the whistle, referee. That's mad. That is actually mental. As far as ends to games go, I mean, we'll take it. Wasn't pretty. It's 2, well, I was going to say it's 2 set-piece goals. One was a header after a throw-in. One was a set-piece. We've just beaten Real Madrid to go to the Champions League final like that. There's not often I'm lost for words. I'm a bit perplexed right now with what to tell you. And to top it all off, we've just qualified for the Club World Cup. When is the next Club World Cup? It's in a year. In a year? Well, that's something to look forward to. Club World Cup in a year. We get to play Man City in the final. I'm going to have to dust off my suit for this. I'll be honest, I was calling up the dry cleaners, telling them I didn't need the suit back at 3-2 down. Somehow we've come back, and we will just take that. How long's Musa injured for? He's out with a thigh strain. That's probably not a short-term injury, but I don't even care right now. I'm on cloud 9. Okay, maybe I do care slightly. He's out for 3 weeks, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with it. I'll be honest, the end to that last game is just absolutely mad. I don't even know where to go from there. Next time out, we do have the Italian Cup final. We're taking on Lazio. The league isn't secured just yet, but we could certainly try and do that next episode in a league match. Although I will have to time the league match that we're playing perfectly, because there's all kinds of weird permutations at the moment with teams having played different numbers of games. You might have spotted it here, though. We are now guaranteed a Champions League spot, and to be honest, the league title is just about wrapped up. With our Champions League spot confirmed, you can see here, we now have £31 million transfer budget, £1.8 million in the wages. Not the most money in the world, but with this success we're having in all competitions, the value of our players is starting to skyrocket a little. I can't quite believe how that Real Madrid game ended. I'm still stunned now. I was kind of preparing myself for extra time, and somehow we've managed to rob it. I don't know what to say. If you've enjoyed the video, if there's not a video to like, this is the video to like. Thank you for getting to the end of it. Thank you for hanging out with me as always. We're going to be back soon with more Atalanta. We've got the Italian Cup final coming up, the end of the league season as well. And then after that, we've got a Champions League final to prepare for. I don't even know what to say. I'm going to go have a lay down and a nap. I am absolutely emotionally exhausted. I'll see you for the next one. It is me, Jack. I'll talk to you all in a bit. I'm out.